Ok, pessoal, bem-vindos novamente ao Undergrounds Voice ao vivo. Hoje tenho o prazer de receber aqui o Olof, vocalista de Enforcer. Man, thank you so much for being here. It's a huge honor to meet you and to receive you there at Underground's Voice. Live by Fire 2 is the new live album that will be released in March 19. So, did you already had plans to release the album, or you are also taking some advantage of the pandemic to stay active?
Oh no, we decided to record this way before, obviously. It just happened. It got a bit delayed, like everything. So I was actually done with it before the pandemic started, but then we ran into some delays and stuff, and ta-da! Now it's coming out finally in 2 weeks or whenever that is. 1 week from today. 1 week from today. From tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and what can you expect about this live album?
Well, you can expect I think you can expect like a full explosive headline set with Enforcer, the way we are now, with the songs that focus on From Beyond and Zenith songs, like in a very explosive way. I think I'm very happy with how it came out. It's the songs are almost better in live versions, I think, than the studio versions for many reasons. And the video looks great. The sound is great. It's just like a major step forward compared to our previous live album.
Yeah, it would be my next question, because you already released the first Live by Fire 5 years ago.
Yeah.
If you compare the albums, I think that we can see two different faces of Enforcer. We can see the evolution. It's easy to see that you are a bigger band now. So do you agree with that?
Of course. I'm just adjusting the lights here.
Yeah.
No, but it's I mean, the previous live album was recorded 8 years ago already. That was also delayed for many reasons. So that was actually recorded in 2013. It's like already 8 years ago. So that's like way back. So of course we developed as musicians, as songwriters, and as entertainers in all types of way. I think our shows a billion times better now, and I think that we play a billion times better now. It's just like everything's just better, and also it's more up to date. So if you get this now, I would say that it's kind of similar to what you would get if you would go out and see us live tomorrow.
Yeah. Is it possible to have Live by Fire 3 in the future?
Oh, great idea. Haven't thought about that yet, but maybe. I'll keep that in mind.
It would be cool.
Yeah.
Well,
let's see about it.
Yeah. It's really easy for the fans to see live videos from your shows on YouTube and everywhere, and to see exactly what and how you're doing everything in your shows. So, which importance does a live album still have in the career of a band?
I mean, this is also a video with a pro shot video. The album is just the audio from the video. Actually, it's like a little bit like Live After Death. That was both released as a video and also a live album. But what was the question?
Which importance do you give to live albums?
Yeah, but it's very important for bands, and I would say for us to have up-to-date material to have on YouTube. I mean, there's so much stuff on YouTube, like people like shot with their phones, and so much like poor quality things. So this is like our version of live material, where we have been in control over the sound, the pictures, what it looks like, everything, except from just random show shot from the sound desk. So this is much more genuine and much more like real.
Yeah. And watching your career, we can see that you released 3 albums in 5 years between 2010 and 2015, and only 1 album in the next 5 years. So, despite that, you never tour as much as you do right now or in the last years. So, is it fair to say that you have focused more on stage and less on the studio lately?
Um, yeah, like I would say, like between we have been like touring like crazy, especially from 2013 until 2019. We have focused a lot on playing live. We focused a lot on coming to new countries and see metal scenes in places we never been to before, and stuff like that. It's always been very interesting, I think, and it has really taught us a lot in many ways. But the past year, we've definitely been like thinking more of ourselves in a creative way, in a studio way, perhaps, or in a like as that part of being in a band, like the creative part of being in a band.
Are you working on new songs in this moment?
Yeah, yeah, every day. I mean, I write music every day, I would say. So
Well,
that's a thing. But of course, it's been easier to focus on songs and new material when you don't have like the stress of having to be out on the road all the time. So this year has been pretty good for the creativity.
well, Enforcer toured the old world. It was more than 14 countries in less than 3 years, I think. So, can you tell
Well,
us more about
I think
how
it's much
amazing?
much more. I think we counted to, if you count between 2015 until today, I think we're close to 35 countries.
And how's the experience to tour all the world? You have fans everywhere, so it's
Yeah,
been
no, it's
amazing.
been really great. It's been really great to see the metal scene like close up in every territory and see how they differ and get to know people everywhere and get to know fans and hang out with people everywhere. It's been really great. It has given you a lot of perspectives about what's going on, and places where, let's say, that hasn't had a strong metal scene before. I think that we've been lucky to to like start movements in these places. Lots of places that didn't have a metal scene at all for 10 years ago. We can now see that they have pretty, like, since we've been there introducing ourselves and a new generation of heavy metal to people, we can see when we come back now that the scene has been growing, and we can see that we have like also inspired a lot of people to play metal, real metal. And that's really flattering, actually. Yeah, I posted like a social media thing just last week asking for bands, and there was like, I'm not kidding you, it was like 5, 6, 700 posts about like bands who said that they were inspired by us. Just like, yeah, incredible. So that's very flattering to see what we have created, and a worldwide movement, which is pretty cool.
It is. Well,
Yeah.
Jonathan joined the band in 2019, taking Joseph's place, which were the guitar player for so many years. Was it easy
Yeah.
to deal with this departure, and how's being work with Jonathan?
Um, I think it was pretty easy because the transition between the two of them went kind of seamless, because before Joseph quit, we had Jonathan in the band covering for Joseph when he couldn't go on tour. So Jonathan spent like a year and a half with the band before Joseph was like quitting like permanently. So it was kind of a smooth transition. Um, but how's it been working with him? Oh, he's great. He's a great guy to hang out with. Really funny guy. So that's good. But in the studio, we haven't really worked much together yet on the creative side. That's more yeah, it works differently.
Yeah. The last time you guys played in Portugal was 2 years ago, more or less, at Moito
Yeah.
Metal Fest. And do you remember anything about this night? And do you have any opinion about the Portuguese crowd?
Oh, the crowd was great on that show. Unfortunately, we had so much technical problems. So I remember it like pretty chaotic because there was just so much that went wrong. Because we didn't have any time to set up gear or to sound check because we went there. There was like everything was delayed. Our set was cut, and the headliners were like taking their time with all the rights, so they didn't leave any time for us. So we could like we couldn't we simply didn't have time to set up gear. Even we were like, "Whoa," everything was chaotic. I couldn't hear anything. I was like just improvising. So that was a pretty chaotic thing, unfortunately. But the crowd was great. I mean, Portuguese crowd is amazing, and I'm really happy every time I'm there.
Well, we hope you can come back soon whenever it's possible.
I hope so too. I think that Portugal has been a country where we have seen a strong development of metal. Can't remember when we played Portugal the first time. Could that be 2011, perhaps 10 years ago?
You were there, I think, in 2013 too.
Yes, in 13 also, but I think first time was in 2011, and also 13 was kind of small, and it was like a few people in Lisbon and in Porto also, and then when we came back in 13 it was more like, and when we came back in 16 it was even more, and the crowd started to go like really crazy about it, and last time it was like even more on this. So and people like always been singing along, singing our songs, and it's like we've been seeing that the scene in Portugal have become one of the best in Europe, in my opinion. So it's been a pleasure to come there and to see this development of the scene.
No, you're always welcome there. So and finally, thank you so much for being here. It was a huge honor to meet you and to talk to you a little bit. So any last words for the Portuguese fans and Underground's Voice viewers?
Well, we hope to be back as soon as we can, and we'll do a proper full headline show just like you can hear on Live by Fire too. And until then, we'll see you on internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, once again, thank you. Stay safe and see you soon.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Take it easy.
Thank you.
Bye.